All right, good morning, everyone. Have your blocks ready, handy, so you can grab them if you need them. Maybe have a blanket as well.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll turn this off once you're.
And we'll go ahead and start on a blanket. Let's see who's this. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and record this class today, so I'm going to mute everybody.
It's so much bigger.
All right. Okay. And I think you can see everything. It looks good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Sitting on a blanket. To start our practice today. Adjust this a little bit. Sitting however you'd like to start. I'm going to sit on my blanket with my shins on my blanket, but you can sit however you like to begin. Just taking a few moments to breathe in and out through your nose as we begin our practice today. Releasing any tension from your neck, maybe move your neck from right to left. Maybe circle your head from side to side. Bring your chin to your chest and just let your back open up. Maybe pull your shoulders apart. Roll those shoulders back and just give them a few big rolls all the way back and around. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to let it go. Now let's go ahead and come on to our back. You can use your blanket as a rest for your shoulder and your head, and bring the soles of your feet together. And if it feels like it's a big stretch, bring your blocks underneath your knees. Closing your eyes. Gazing up or down, that feels comfortable in your body. A nice long deep breath in. Big exhale. And then take your hands to your outsides of your knees and draw your knees into your chest and circle your knees around. Circle them in one direction and then go ahead and circle them in the opposite direction. Your knees a hug. And then go ahead and bring your feet down, knees up, palms by your side, and rock your knees from left to right. You can keep your feet down, or you can slightly bring your feet, elevate them off your mat as you rock from side to side. Back to center, give those knees one more hug. And then extend your legs up and take your arms above your head. Give yourself a long stretch. Take your hands to your outer thighs and open up your legs. Hold on to the outside of your calves or your thighs, stretching the legs open nice and wide. And bring your legs together. Push the legs together by the inner thighs and give yourself one more hug. Maybe holding on to the back of your knees this time. Move your ankles around one direction and then the other. And then roll yourself back up to your seated pose. Cross your ankles. Bring your hands behind you. Push your palms into your mat and lift your chest up. Straighten out your arms. Gaze can be up towards your ceiling. Chin to chest, walk your arms forward. Walk your hands back, uncross your legs and cross them in the opposite direction. Palms back, fingertips towards you, lift your chest. Walk your hands forward. Your hands back up. Take a big breath in. Twist to your right. Take a big breath in. Twist to your left. Big breath in. Twist to your right and hold. Big breath in. Twist to your left and hold. Big breath in. And bring your hands forward to the front of your mat and fold. Lift yourself up. Go ahead and uncross your feet again and bring the opposite shin forward. Big breath up. Twist to your left. Big breath up. Twist to your right. Big breath up, twist to your left and hold. Big breath up. Twist to your right and hold. Back to center, big breath in, bring your arms forward, reach out in front. Walk your hands all the way up and bring your knees underneath you. Bring your blanket underneath your knees. Knees underneath hips. Arms are flat, blanket on top, underneath your knees. Cat cow. Hold a rounded spine and breathe. Drop your belly, lift your head and breathe. Draw your knees nice and wide, bring your hips back to your heels, bring your forehead down, find this child. You need to bring a block underneath your forehead, please do so. Take another long breath in. And a big exhale. And then come all the way down to your belly. Elbows are right by your side. Lift up, find a low cobra. Breathe, push your back, your belly into your mat. Lift your shoulders up. Breathe here. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Keep your knees right where they are. Push straight back into child's. Knees are right on your blanket. Forehead down or on a block. Come back to your hands and your knees and carefully bring your right foot forward. Use your blocks underneath your hands. Push your palms into your blocks. Breathe. Send your hips back and your toes up. Straighten out your leg. Bring your foot down, come forward. Straighten out your leg, toes up. Come forward. Lift your chest this time. Draw your chest with a little height. And then as you straighten out your leg, walk your blocks back towards your blanket. Straighten out your leg. And then reach that right arm up and take a twist with this straight leg. Take your right arm, bring it behind your back. In your twist, continue to breathe. Take your right arm all the way back to your block. Bend your knee, come forward. Send your right knee back to the left. And draw your hips back, child's pose. Come back up to your hands and your knees. Send your left foot forward. Use your blocks. Push your palms into your blocks. And breathe through the stretch. Straighten out your left leg, toes up. Foot down, come forward, breathe. Hot. It's hot in here with the heater on. And then straighten out your leg, reach your hips back, toes up. Slowly stretching through the back of our hamstring, the back of our hip. And come forward once more. So you can lift your chest this time. Draw up, lift up. Continue to focus in on your breath. And then this time when you come back, bring your blocks with you towards your blanket. Lift up that foot, push into your right palm as you draw your left arm up. Send your left arm behind you, finding a little bind. Take your left arm all the way back around. Come forward. Extend your left foot to the right, left knee to right knee. Open your knees wide this time, child's pose. Come forward, bring your knees together. Come back to your belly. And take a cobra, lift your chest. Push your belly into your mat. Push back your hips to your heels. And your child's. Roll yourself up, flex your feet. You can bring a block with you if you need to. Walk your hands to your feet. Bend your knees, grab opposite elbows and fold. Shaking your body from side to side. Bring your fingertips to your shins, half lift your chest. Take a long breath in. And fold. And then roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Take your arms above your head. Find a long breath. And then bring your hands to your heart and just stand here for a moment. And extend your arms up to the side and roll your shoulders back and take a big breath in. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Bring your arms above your head. Reach the arms up, clasp your hands or leave your arms separated and come over to your right. Long side bend. Come to center. Take a big breath in. And then bring your hands together or arms separated, come over to your left. Come back to center, circle your arms down, take a fold. Half lift your chest. And fold. Shake your hips from side to side. Separate your feet if you need to, just to create space for your hips. And then walk your hands back out, bring your knees back to your blanket. And come to your hands and your knees, drop your belly, lift your head, and round your spine. Drop your belly, lift your head, and round your spine. And once more. Come to a neutral spine, bring your left arm, reach it up. And then take that left arm and bring it underneath your right. Drop the left side of your head. Stay here or bring your right arm up to the ceiling and then bend your elbow. Take your right arm, bring it up, push it all the way back down, and draw that left arm back up. And bring your left hand down. Take your right arm, bring it up. Bring your right arm all the way underneath. Bring your forehead, the side of your head down. Hold here. Come into your bind on your left side. Breathe through that. Need to plug this phone in. Take another long breath there. And then gently release your arms. Lift your right arm up. And float it down. Push your hips back. Child's pose. Roll forward to your belly. And take a low cobra. Shake your head. Come back to your hands and your knees. And carefully step your right foot forward. Use your blocks if you need to. Push into your blocks. Lift your chest up. Take a big, strong, long breath up. And then take your left foot and bring it, your shin across your body behind you and come into warrior two. Bend into your right knee and straighten it out. Bend in and straighten out. Let's do that a couple more times. And then go ahead and bend your knee and hold it there. And then reverse your right arm back. Take your left hand to your hip. Come all the way back up. Bring your arms above your head. Take a big breath in. And then cactus your arms to your side. And take a big breath in and cactus. Two more. And last one, breathe it up and down and windmill to your blocks and bring your left foot back behind you. Straighten out your right leg, bring your blocks closer to you. Straighten out your right leg and take that twist again. Lift your right arm up or bind it behind you. Take your right arm all the way around. Bend your knee, come forward, bring your left arm up. Push into that right block, bring your left arm up. Circle it down, connect, square your shoulders, bring your right arm up. Circle it around, square your shoulders, left arm, like you're swimming backwards. And right. Left arm. And right arm. One more time, left arm. And then when you come to your right arm, hold and reach it up. See if you can come to the pinky toe of your right foot. And then draw your right arm behind you. Look back. Bring your right arm back to your blocks. And bring your right knee to the left and just shake your hips from side to side. And then send your left foot between your hands. Draw yourself forward, come up to your fingertips, breathe up. And then turn that right shin behind you and reach up to that warrior two. And then bend and straighten this left leg. Come all the way up, arms above your head, big breath in, and then cactus. Breath up and in, and cactus. Open up. Take your right hand to your hip, bend that left knee, reverse. Windmill to your mat and to your blocks. Turn your right foot back. Straighten out this left leg, bring your blocks close to you. Push into that right hand as you lift your left arm up and maybe take another bind. Release. Bend your knee, bring your blocks back to your right next to your left foot. Circle your left hand back and around and your right arm. Keeping your shoulders nice and square as you tap your block and bring it around, left and right. Next time you come around, lift your left arm up, take a twist and maybe bind. And look behind you. Release. Take your left hand down. Come to your left pinky toe. Take your right arm up and bring it behind you. Bringing up this left hip. Bring your right arm down. Come back to center. Move your blocks and send your left knee to the right. And shake your hips from side to side. Circle your hips around over your blanket. In one direction and then circle them in the opposite direction. Draw your hips to your heels, send them back. Child's pose, forehead down. Flex your feet. Walk your hands back towards your feet and come to a standing fold. Connect your elbows, palms to elbows as you shake your body from left to right. Release your arms, shake your head no. Nod it yes, and then roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back, take a big breath up, and bring your hands to your heart. Extend your arms to your side and stand for a moment. And then walk your feet together. Lift your arms above your head, take a big breath up. Palms can come together or arms next to your ears and reach over to your right. Carefully reach over to your left. Come to center. Swan dive fold. Half lift your chest. And then separate your feet to the edge of your mat. Let your toes come out. Heels are on your mat. Bend your knees. Bring your blankets underneath your hands if you need to and straighten out your legs. And bend your knees and straighten out legs. Bend knees, straighten out legs. And then on this next one, if you need your blocks, bring them underneath you, sit on your block. Come to your squat. So you can have 2 blocks, you can have 1 block, you can have no blocks. Just come to your squat and breathe. And close your eyes. Appreciate this stretch. With support underneath your pelvic floor. One more breath in. Release your hands. Release your block. Lift your hips. Walk your feet together. And fold. Shake from side to side. Bend your knees, bring your knees back to your blanket and roll to the front of your mat. Come all the way down to your chest. Forehead down. Bend your knees and rock your knees from left to right. Take your left arm out to the side and straighten out your left leg. Roll over your left shoulder. Breathing through your nose, in and out. Back to your belly. Bring your forehead down. Shake your knees from side to side. Take your right arm out, straighten out your right leg, and roll over your right hip. Release your left leg, Bend your knees. Shake from side to side. Extend your legs, find your cobra. Lift up. Maybe a little higher, maybe not, it's up to you. And lower your chest. Come back to your hands and your knees. Bring your knees on your blanket, maybe a block underneath your hips. Let's just go ahead and put a block underneath our hips. And sit on your block with bent knees if you can. Bring your hands behind you, lift your chest, maybe on your fingertips, maybe on your palms, up to you. Lift your chest, reach up and back. Bring your chin to your chest. Walk your fingertips forward. See if you can bring your knees up, stretching through the tops of your feet. Your chest is high and lifted. You're breathing. Lower your knees. Come up to your knees. Your knees are on your blocks. Bring your feet so that they're touching the side of your blocks. So they're right behind you. Your knees are in line with the angle of having this block right between your legs here. So you're angled so that you're right in line with this block. Push your hands into your low back. You can flex your feet and lift your chest up. Stay here, or maybe reach for your heels. Finding a little central nervous system stretch. One more breath in. Start to walk up, or take your hands off your hips, sit back on your blocks, and reach your arms forward. Come to that long child's. Let's try that once more. Come up to your knees. Your knees are right in line with these blocks. You have one behind your foot, between your feet. You have one between your knees. Take your hands to your low back and push your hips forward. Hold here, or go a little deeper and reach for your heels. And take 3 long breaths. Your heart is open and lifted. Bring your hands back to your low back. Release your head. Draw your hips back towards that block. Reach your arms out once more. Child's pose. Melt your spine into your mat. Slowly lift yourself up and either have your blocks handy. We're going to come to a little bit of an inversion, or come to a wall and bring your legs up the wall. So there's a couple of options. If you're close to a wall, you can bring your legs up the wall and lay flat on your back, like so. If you don't have a wall, that's fine. You can bring your blocks underneath your low back, one block, and place your block underneath your back. I want you to take your blanket and open it up. And you're going to lay your upper back on your blanket. So your head is supported on the blanket. So you're either going to take a block, your feet are up the wall, you're going to take a block, bring it under your low back and lift your legs up. Or you're going to, if you're here and you want to go a little deeper into the inversion, on your back, you're going to lift your hips above your ribs, and draw your hips up, elbows close, coming to a shoulder stance. Tuck those elbows, bring those heels together, flare those feet. Breathing in and out through your nose. Stay there, or start to bring your feet behind your head. Maybe extending your arms, or your feet are up the wall and you're breathing, or you're on your block. If your feet are behind you, bring them back up over your hips. Your legs are up the wall. Start to unwind and bring your spine back down and make space for your legs. Palms are by your side. Rock your knees from left to right. Bring it out. Draw your knees to the left, look to the right. Draw your knees to the right and look to the left. Knees center. Take your right ankle over your left knee and draw your left leg up. Either hold on to your hamstring or to your shin bone. Long spine. Draw your left foot down and bring your right foot over to the left, over the right. Your legs back to center. Release your right foot and bring your left ankle to your right knee. Lift that right leg up. Hold, thread your hands behind your hamstring or towards your shin. Carefully release your right foot and bring that right foot down. Taking a twist, look over the left. Come back to center. Release your left leg. Bring your knees wide. Take your blocks underneath your knees if you need to support the hips. Hands to your hips. Close your eyes. Then when you're ready, straighten out your legs and find quiet space on your back, palms by your side facing up.